Oh. So,
What is up?
um,
I'd like to be connected to this now. Hold on, why am I not connected? Oh yeah, there you go. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I reverbing off anything?
Nah, sounds good.
Great. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, just me and you, and
That's
whoever
okay.
comes in the future.
Yeah, we're here.
So I'm pissed at
Where's
my.
Angela? She was there.
She jumped in the shower as soon
What
as
the
it was
fuck,
over.
man?
I'm mad at myself because I was typing the KK. I was appreciating the KK Kiefer Sutherland, and I missed the setup to the Olympia Black. So could you rerun that back by me?
Or you could just watch it live while I wait here because it's just me and you, man.
That's actually not a bad idea. Hold on,
Give me another click. That's what she said.
I could share my screen real quick.
I came up with that KKK Sutherland at like fucking 2 in the morning. I'm like, this is what those nights are for. And it
Yeah,
sticks
that's
out so much.
because it sounded like you were stuttering.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I fucking because I was speaking so articulately, it stood out like a sore thumb. And then like, wait a minute, he did this shit on purpose. Yes, I did. Did you catch the Jay-Z reference?
Which one? I'm not that up on my
That was him when I
Jay-Z.
said, lock my body, you can lock my body, can't trap my mind. That was, and he
Oh,
was throwing up the fucking thing when he did it. Said
see,
it.
I know Jay-Z melodies. I don't know him enough to know his
Are
lyric
you talking about,
references.
and the Jay-Z song is on? Is that where you're at with it?
No.
Oh, that's why. Hey, I had to ask. Man. I'm
Actually,
sorry if I got too
Miley
personal. You shouldn't
Cyrus.
have said that. You said melodies.
Miley
But like
Cyrus
Hard
covered
Not
him.
Life. It's a hard
No,
not life.
I, yeah, because all you did
Okay,
was reference the lyrics, right?
that's it.
Yeah, if you would have played a snippet of any one
I
of his songs, I would know
I
that as
did. I
lyrics.
did play the snippet, David.
Okay, sorry, I only had one watch. I couldn't rewind. All right,
That's
let me
okay.
go
You got a few
to
more because you know what? I was sweating more than you though because I was like, because when I did the re-render, I was like, and see, this is why people should be watching. They're always worried. I got to get it right each time. I got to get it right. No, yay, muscle memory.
Is it sharing the audio with this? Like, can you hear this?
Yeah, man, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
All right, cool.
it just dropped and already got ads.
Sometimes the lows of bipolar
We got ads.
depression feel darkest before dawn.
I'm not gonna lie, that went better than I thought.
The following
Yeah, we're sharing the ads with we're sharing the revenue with the Brady Bunch composers.
That's not the that's the what you call it though. That's a cover.
Yeah, they still hit it.
Okay, we'll hit back. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if we're sharing something, if they want something, that means that the video's doing really, really well. So
yeah, it specifically said too. It's the melody.
yeah. I mean, that's a shout out to the people who did the cover. Then that's
Where is it?
or is it a shout out to my melodic voice?
Right there. This video uses the song's melody, but we're getting some of the money.
Yeah, as we should. I mean, I only got 9 voices on it, Dave.
Right,
9 times. Yeah, see, they miss these moments. See, there you go.
Open it in a new tab. Okay, I know what I can do. All right. Copy
It'd
that.
be so weird if we just hear Mathis's voice right now. He's been here, but his stingers that what your boy's doing.
I was expecting Annie.
Oh,
Why? How'd you like the outro?
Yeah, that was good. I wanna watch through the outro because I started coming over here to set this up when
there was 7 different layers going on right now.
Enemy of the state type operations going on here. After being exposed to the
Right there.
Truman Show, they barely
That's it.
top side. But now they got to get the word out, or so they think.
Olympia Black.
Keith Sutherland must have really gotten an upgrade after his role in A Time to Kill because, look, his clone got a promotion.
Olympia Black.
Olympia Black. From the moment we heard that phrase, the internet has been abuzz to what actually does Olympia Black mean, or who is Olympia Black? Where does it come from? Well, luckily for you, you got me. Olympia Black is a pseudonym for an indie author who writes science fiction. Olympia Black has done such books as My Human Pet, Human, Volunteer 471047114712. Now, in the film, it's used as a form of control, but notice it's really just physical, as Sean Carter once told us.
Block my body, can't trap my mind.
All in all, it was very creative of the writers of this film, or Olympia Black, to include this in here, which makes me think and believe that whoever Olympia Black really is may just be one of the writers on Who Cloned Tyrone.
Get the fuck out of here.
Once they find out that
that's the whole Olympia Black bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So
it's not. Hold on. Let me say that was just for that version. Now, if you had asked me to elaborate, there's more to that, but not for the video. But it's not just that I didn't just come to that conclusion first that she may be one of those writers. I'm saying the ultimate conclusion was that whoever knew of, if there's someone on set who does know of Olympia Black, even if they don't know that person directly, they're familiar with her workings. And because her workings are talking about mind control, human experiment, and all this other stuff, that's a nod to her being her pseudonym. So they used the mind control word. It could have been anything. And somebody on set was like, nah, we're going to use Olympia Black based off of the field that she's in and what she's done. That's my main theory.
I would lean more into the idea that this page that we're looking, because it's when you first told me what you wanted to do, like that Olympia Black was like a featured part of the theory. The first thing I did when I went to look for pictures, this page came up and I thought it was a mistake, but this is the only page about Olympia Black, but it's only 335 followers.
I know.
That would make me think that I think you're onto something with that theory, but I don't think it is Olympia Black that's a writer on
no, I just think it's somebody that's familiar with her work. My point is one of those 335 is somebody that worked on that film that had influence.
I think this page might be like
I don't think it's some marketing thing to where people go do a deep dive, because I did do a deep dive. And it's just kind of, those books were out before the movie came out. These are real legitimate books. You have to, if you go back, those books.
Are they really out, or did they?
I don't know. I'm lying. I just tried to power through that. I don't know. Can you do a live check? Because I'm just lying to you. I tried to power through that.
Because they could have just put a release date that was not I'm thinking that she is.
You think she's AI? It's a pseudonym. It's a person of a person.
This is the only picture that exists of her anywhere.
But it's not her though. It's the avatar.
Yeah. So there is no picture of her. I don't think.
Correct. I did a VPN search, a torrent search, a dark web search. I did it all. I found what you found.
I don't think there is a her.
But my point, yes, but Olympia Black is a. I'm not saying it's a her. I'm saying that the reason why they use the term Olympia Black and They Cloned Tyrone was a nod to whatever that this is. I'm telling you that it's not a coinky thing. There's a direct correlation between those two things, because that's out of all the phrases and terms that could be used. And the reason why I can back that up and substantiate it is because the books that were written, all those books feed into theories in this film. And we can talk later about it, but I was going to go deeper into some things I didn't even touch on in the review.
Yeah, this is publication date is 2020, and I mean that would be going pretty deep if
like if you start setting up a viral campaign 3 years before, I don't think they're going that deep. I don't think they, because even when you do a research on macro films, I don't know if you did that, or macro media, you got to go deep to find their stuff, which makes it even weirder.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what really freaked me out. Once I was going down the rabbit hole and I was getting ready to go to bed, I was just watching YouTube videos, and it was, for some reason, it was these two girls, and the cop asked the girls where they were from. They were like, Delaware. I'm like, oh no, they've gotten me. They've gotten me. Like, this is like 40 years on Earth, and I've watched a billion YouTube videos, and I've been pounding this Delaware thing for so long, and then all of a sudden I get a Delaware video in my feed.
Look at when they started filming Tyrone. This was filming in 2020 to 2021. I thought because like all the mix-ups with Jamie Foxx's health
Mhm.
and COVID and everything, like production dates and releases have been pretty wonky. So 2020 isn't, they could have started the marketing campaign. So the theory could hold up that Olympia Black is just a something that's created to go hand in hand with They Cloned Tyrone, and Olympia Black doesn't even exist. At least I mean that
But
one
here's the
book
thing:
was.
I never said Olympia Black was a person. I did say it's a pseudonym for an author. So my point is this: is that you're not wrong. I'm just simply saying if your theory holds up, then that is brilliant, and that's even more my point hammered down even more that the only reference to it and that's why I said don't forget what I said in the review of the film of what I did. But I'm saying if you really ask me what is I think the correlation was, it was what happened in the film versus the subject matter of it. I'm saying they have we both saying the same thing. They have a correlation, whether it's the marketing campaign. I don't think Olympia Black is a person. I think Olympia Black is a movement. Somebody in the marketing campaign say, I know what we'll do. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's brilliant.
Her first book just
Who is her? You just said it wasn't a her, and now you're saying
no. It gets a little convoluted to start saying like the thing that they created's first book in the
it's Olympia Black, man.
Olympia Black's first book just so happened to be 2020, and her last one was 2022. There's no Olympia Black.
Well, let me ask you this: what's more believable? What's more believable, that these books actually exist, or that Sophia Stewart Morris or whatever wrote The Matrix?
I'm not even. You can't put me in that.
I'm asking you now. Hey, that's one of our best videos. My background looks so weird. I'm more cooler than this. I shouldn't have a cooler background.
I'm just saying that I'm under the understanding that the correlations are there because they put them there and they created her.
And I'm saying, yes, we're saying the same thing. My point is there is a correlation, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's not a universe that exists to where it was just a coincidence they said Olympia Black. These two things are the same.
Tino said, "Get out of that rabbit's hole."
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
What do you think, Tarantino? What did you think of the review? Let's get some new blood in here.
Well, we're waiting on him. What's your elaboration?
As far as which part?
The Olympia Black part. While we're on that.
Well, no, that's what I was speaking on, is that those books, and first of all, give me credit, because if anybody knows the history of me in letters and numbers, I failed horribly at that D5AU DI, whatever that was, but I nailed that motherfucker. I nailed that the book and the numbers. That was one take Tony.
Yeah,
I know. I want to know what you thought. Did you tell me what you thought of the review? Did you what was your initial thoughts of the review once it actually started?
So I was so happy that it kept going.
I'll follow on that sword.
That was my first thought. I was like, oh man, it's still going. Look at that. Tito said, you said it. Movie was awesome. Okay, he said a lot more than that though.
Oh, I need you to ask him what you asked me.
Come on.
What you asked me was the elaboration.
Yeah, get into that rabbit's hole with us, Tino. I thought it was good. I like the you got to give me a second. I wasn't prepared. I'm still on the Olympia Black thing.
And that's cool. We don't have to move from Olympia Black. We can stay there because I'm prepared to defend it.
To me, I mean the opening it up with the whole Newport's correlation and how like
thank you. Yes,
we are how they really like.
But it's not just me. They do it to y'all too. It doesn't matter who it is. They do it to everyone, but more so to us.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of white targeted ads, but yeah, it's a little bit more because of the history. It's a little bit more.
Did you see my favorite one was when I say, "Hey, got a motorcycle, got friends, no job, smoking where you're looking for." Come on, man, what we doing here?
So, do you think that the whole thing is a metaphor for the world in general?
I think what people missed on this, and what I've not, maybe a few people have talked about it and they really, I'll say they scuffed over it and skimmed over it. No one's talking about the direct correlation between this, us, and also Get Out. You have the parameters from Get Out to where, people are in your body and, in your side and controlling you and trying to do this whole thing. And like, it's a society that you just can't believe. So just like in Get Out, we couldn't believe they paid bingo to decide who's gonna get in this person's body. And then now we saw the movie Us. We couldn't believe there was something underground. Jordan Peele told us that. And so when you look at all these films, they're connected. And that's what I think people need to understand. And the way they did this is just like, oh man, these are direct correlation. There were rabbits underground with the movie Us. And then it's funny because Netflix told us don't look up. But really, the few movies that's been telling us what's really going on is both sides of the story is going on. So I want people to see the correlation in it. I'm not saying you have to be a conspiracy theorist, but this is a beautiful time we live in, because one thing I didn't really get the experience growing up was black sci-fi. My sci-fi has always been either in black and white or watching, a Caucasian version of it, a white version of it, a Japanese version. I've never got to see us truly represented in it. And now that I do, I love it just as much, not because it's black, but it's good to have your own representation. Like, damn, my story is dope too, because this is how we would respond in these situations.
Yeah. That Olympia Black thing is just really.
It shouldn't be bothering you.
No, it's not bothering me. It's just when you heard it, what was your first? I'm
gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'll get off my horse. I heard Olivia Black. I didn't see it. I'm being completely honest, bro. I had to go back and watch it on Netflix and cut the caption. I was like, oh, okay, glad I didn't spend 20 minutes researching that one and putting it into the thing, but then I did want to know, like, why that phrase. So at first I was going to let it go, but I Googled it after the movie and I couldn't find anything, which is brilliant if this was what they tried to do, because they're like, if somebody researches it, this is all they're going to find. It was like their own thing. It was like their deep throat there.
All they're gonna find is what they put out there.
Correct. Yes, in my review, because I'm the only one. We're the only ones. I cracked it, and you made eggs out of it. That's all I can say, man. So, I mean, but like you said, even with the Billy D. Williams, look at that. Look at that. It's not Billy D's fault, but it works every time. What a time to be alive, right?
Yeah, why Olympia Black is mentioned in They Cloned Tyrone. There is a real life Olympia Black. Is there though? They're already wrong.
No, there's not. It's a pseudonym. It's a pseudonym. There's two options. There's two choices here. There's either the Olympia Black that truly exists that's using a pseudonym name, or is what you brought up earlier. There was some campaign put together, which either way is brilliant. But if you remove both things, the common denominator that's not removed is that those names of those books directly reflect to what's going on. So that's why Olympia Black was used in this movie. No one can dispute that for me.
Yeah. Apparently she's responded. People have reached out to her. Then the Google hits go on with more speculation about me, my book, science fiction, aliens, AI, technology, and of course, cloning. Thank you for all the messages. It's always great to hear from readers. Soon I'll be releasing another book, My Wild Pet. Watch this space. All the best, Olympia.
Yeah. You know what you just read? That's the day's report on Chat AI. Did that sound so Chat AI? That's what that is. There's no human in that. It's human-esque. It's no human in that.
It's such a weird part. That's just such a weird thing to do.
But why is it, bro? You heard me mention Clockwork Orange, Truman Show, Manchurian Candidate? I got all of that. Did you hear any of those? I got all of that in there.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's the only way to really know what it really means is if the books that are attributed to her are I feel like there's more clues in there.
The only way to really know what happened is to watch my review, and that's all you have to do. I can't get over the fact that her last name is Black.
He's saying he can't. He's like my issue.
No, I'm sorry. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you, Dave, for saving me on that. Yes.
And what I'm reading Google. I'm trying to see what other people are saying about Olympia Black.
But see what he's doing, Tarantino. He want to read what's on them. I just gave him what it is.
No, I'm just trying to get a general consensus.
Why don't you look up how to build a pyramid next? I mean, I can't give it to y'all, man.
You can't do that without aliens.
You sound like Joe Rogan now.
Or what is it? But vibrations.
Or vibranium.
Using sound.
Did he ask again? Or is it still up there?
This is thrilling.com, meaning behind the code word Olympia Black. The phrase Olympia Black for the movie They Cloned Tyrone carries a lot of deeper meanings. Simply put, it refers to a cloned black person being fully controlled, and it also is a way of reflecting racial issues in America. That's just like
who wrote that? What's the person's name that wrote that?
I should give credit. Samuel. That's it. Just Samuel.
Uncle Sam, back at his job again, huh?
Olympia is the capital of Washington State. Okay, a place of power and decision making. It has a complicated history regarding race, much like many places in America. When Olympia Black is used in the movie, it points out how society and those in power have often tried to control.
Well, I mean, there is one. I didn't want to go there, but since Chat AI wanted to do it, maybe they're saying Olympia. They're talking about Washington, the White House. Well, it was built by blacks, so I mean, maybe that's what it is, Dave.
Yeah, maybe. And then just throwing black on the end of it is just like a derogatory. And it's just coincidence that there happens to be
I don't think black is derogatory. I think it's awesome.
Well, I'm just saying, if it is a coincidence that they just so happen to make up just a random code name based on.
Oh no, but I think that could be. I don't think they meant it as a dig. I think they were like Olympia Black.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how they meant it. My thing is just be funny if they came up with that just add some random set of rules to come up with those two words together, Olympia and Black, and there just so happens to be some struggling independent author out there who's been writing science fiction that just so happens to be in the same vein of what They Cloned Tyrone is about, and she is now benefiting from this like crazy. Like, hey, all these people are now checking me out. I got a new book coming out. Yeah, I bet you do.
but just to confirm, you did confirm that those 3 books are or aren't coming out, or already have come out, the ones that we mentioned earlier.
They did come out, but
see, these are books, so now that's a little deep now.
But we just read 3 articles that were written by AI. You think it's you could write
you read them? I interpreted them as AI because I know what it is, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying you could write a book, and all the book. Just I find it weirdly coincidental that the books didn't start coming out until the movie went into production. That's when.
I mean, is there not a world? And I mean, I get what you're saying, but again, sometimes that's the way it happens, man. Our show didn't come out till the pandemic happened. Some people may find that weird.
I mean, well, the coincidence. Sometimes we caused COVID.
No. No, go there. What did you think about again? You brought up the intros and what it did in the community there. What about that opening song, the Peeping Tom song? Did you know anything about that?
You talking about your Brady Bunch song?
No. The opening song of the actual film itself.
No, I didn't know.
Peeping Tom. Now, I believe that song was made for the film. Now, that is correct from the research I did, and I thought it was amazing. And again, like just the eyes, him coming, and even if you notice Fontaine, the scratch off he's playing, it says play L, like you're playing to lose each time. Like it's so many subliminal messages going on that I didn't really get. I didn't do a deep dive on it. It was more so of a surface review, but it's so much. I didn't even get into the relationship between Fontaine and the little boy and how that was programmed into him. But one thing I thought they hit on, which was a silent treatment, and if Tarantino's listening, I think he'd agree with me on this, is when he found like that, that's prevalent in, at least I don't know if that's prevalent in everyone's community, but I've seen it to where you necessarily don't talk to your mom every day. She may be prevalent in your life, but you'll go to the door and talk to her, and you don't think that. So when that hit home for me, not to say that was my life, but I've seen it and I've lived it before. So it's like you see that, like, dang, that was serious, man. For him to go in there and find out that it was a record, like you already found out you was getting cloned. He's like, can't nothing else be worse. Damn, moms wasn't even here.
I thought it was crazy that you used that you said, I'll let Dave tell you, and you cut to Dave Chappelle. And I guess what I'm wondering is, was that the original Dave Chappelle, or was that the government created?
Well, that's why I did it. Thank you for asking that, because the voice I used of that was completely so-called different looking one, and I used that face that was done on purpose. Yes.
So do you really think do you at least see any?
I think people change, man. They get older. I'm 5 pounds from being 200. I would have never thought that in my entire life.
You don't see
people change.
You don't see any weirdness in the fact that that they wanted him to do another season. He disappeared and then he came back, kind of playing ball, but not actually not really playing ball, but acting like he's not.
I'm going to tell you something that's never been said before, and you can record it and you can use it when I'm no longer here. People that tell the truth never live long enough to lie.
People that tell the truth never live long enough to lie. That okay? What does that mean?
That means that people like Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and not even just those people, anybody that's been a martyr or about exposure or about anything that they perceive that may be the truth. Like, again, they so when you ask me, what do I think? Is it that something happened to him? I'm saying, listen, hey man, it happens, man. It can. I believe that I believe what I believe. Like they call this American dream. Well, I don't like the dream. I like to live in reality, and I just like to believe things. And so, hey, I think something happened to Dave Chappelle. No, I'm worried about them. Just like I'm worried about Cat Williams. Like if they can't take you out, they attack your character. It's happened time and time again, man.
Just give me 180 uninterrupted seconds, and I will state my case why I believe Dave Chappelle could be a clone, and which is why I think that Jamie Foxx could be a clone. Is if I were Comedy Central and Dave Chappelle was kind of going off his rocker a little bit, he was their biggest moneymaker at the time, creating one of the most innovative shows, the best thing that ever happened to their network. And now he's not playing ball. He disappears and he comes back. And to us, what we see is he's fighting with Comedy Central. If I was Comedy Central, I would have him do this because that would be like, oh, well, obviously Comedy Central isn't benefiting from this. He's dogging them every chance he gets. And then the whole fight is really about, I want my show. So the show becomes his and it's celebrated. All the money is going to him now, but there is no him. It's me. It's Comedy Central. And so to the world, it's like, this progressive thing happened. The black man defeated the man, and he now owns the rights to his own material. It's like a modern day freedom story, but really it's not him. There is no him anymore. That's Comedy Central. And they just gave the rights of the Chappelle show to themselves. I'm just saying that's why. I'm not saying that is what happened, but that's why it would be believable to me, because I could see how it would be beneficial for them and how they could pull it off in the way that they are. And he's just being used as an instrument of division right now in such a weird way.
I have to answer that by saying that because of how I feel about this film and how I feel about life, that while I don't agree with what you're saying, there still has to be a level of, I have to at least listen to what you're saying on that, because for me to just flat out say that's complete false and BS, that wouldn't be true. Because if you would have told me certain things have happened before, that would be flat out BS. Like if you'd have told me that there was one day where the actual government would come out and declassify information, they were actually like, hey guys, we saw a UFO 6 months ago. And now it's just like, oh, okay, so what's next? Like literally 50, 60 years ago, it would have been, the world would have stopped for that. And now it's just like, oh, what's next? Like it's crazy. So I can't deny what you're saying, but that's not my statement. And I think we still have the real Dave Chappelle. I just think that the world is so monitored now that even the most elite and the most powerful can only do so much without them being exposed now. Because now more than ever, people are for themselves, because the whole world is CCTV. The criminals hadn't caught up. Well, actually, they're still ahead. The common criminal hasn't caught up yet. So that's where we're at.
With the whole Jamie Foxx thing, I'm just saying that if I were trying to not make people think that I was a clone, what happened and the timing of how it happened was extremely inconvenient for that kind of agenda. To be making a movie like this and then disappear for the final part of the production of a movie like this and then come back, I don't know. That's a little suspect.
It's very suspect. Just as Martin Lawrence running down the street waving a gun saying they're trying to kill me. Just as, I mean, so many things, man. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not just been done to one set of people. It's been done to a lot of people. But again, it's not for me it's for people. I always tell people this: do your own research. The same way, like I watched this film and I researched for this film, and the same thing you did with Asteroid City. And that's why we tell people, when you have an appreciation for art and appreciation for film, life imitates art. Movies aren't just something to sit down and entertain us. It's not like we just watch one genre. There are films like when we did The Reunited States, or when we talked about dead presidents, and these other films, and we did Django Unchained, and just the stuff we've talked about. Like, this is really life happening. And when you bring up these things about celebrities, what happens to them, we're all living this life to where you got to play your part. And the review I did is very risk taking, because you're not going to, it's not a puff piece. I really could have went in deeper about it, but I laid back off of it, because again, if I would have went into what happened with us and they're underground and the clone coming up ground and the other person staying down the ground, like we've been to the moon and every other place, but we can't touch the ocean floor. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess,
why.
but I don't want to know why. Sometimes I'm just happy with Earth being Earth, man. You know, we can't even decide. Like, I feel sorry for our human species sometimes. We can't even decide whether the Earth is round or flat. And I can say, yeah, I know some people can't literally decide what's up is down. Some people say up is looking down into space or down is down. But man, we live in a crazy world. I just try to listen to people, man. And we only got so much time on this earth. If the dinosaurs got dealt with, so can we, man. So we got to try to, you know.
I do know that we get revelations through cinema. Either creators that are awakened or conspiracy theorists that are trying to spread the truth through their fiction, or it's the establishment not being able to help telling on themselves and getting off on rubbing it in our faces exactly what they're doing. So we have this with They Cloned Tyrone. It definitely feels like one of those things that
Like, think about it. You don't remember me when me and you did the review for us, and what was the main slogan? That's what I was going to bring up when I did the deep dive. Across America. So how did they end this film? Like, they mind effed you. You never saw Tyrone until the end of the film. Literally. That was Tyrone, the dude in LA on the West Coast. That was Tyrone. That's who got cloned. Fontaine first name was not Tyrone. And that's what be blowing. I'm like, did anybody watch the movie? Because that's exactly what happened in Us. They started on one part of the country and they kept showing you the hands united across America. That tunnel just wasn't under Glenn in Atlanta. That tunnel just wasn't under there in Us. They're saying all of it's connected. Just like in Manifest, it's all connected. But I mean, I've said too much.
There's a Martin Luther King Parkway in every city.
Tethered.
Yeah.
It's tethered, man. And again, I don't want, again, it's not just us. It happens to everybody, man. But this film was so amazing, man. Like, it's so much. I just love great filmmaking, man. And again, when I literally, did you see when I was talking about the blocking and the cinematography of that's restaurant scene?
Yeah,
all
where
that,
they had
like,
the Afro dude perfectly centered in between them.
yeah, when people watch that, they think it's just like, oh, they just did it so they can get everybody. No, it's 3 or 4 different things happening in that at the same time, man. It's just so crazy, man. But to your point, what you said earlier, I just get scared, and I'm not even scared. I'm just really bothered that people can't do one thing.
Hold on. Educate me real quick, because she's offering him, or he's offering her. She's in back there in the office with him under the impression that she's trying to get some chicken. What is it that he's trying to get from her?
Well, she said Shalimar.
What is that?
I'll tell you. Just Google Shalimar image, and I'll tell you it's not bad or anything. But I'm gonna tell you as soon as you pull it up, and you're gonna laugh when I tell you what it means.
Is that an R&B?
Just you see the picture, the person. A white looking dude that's going to get some ass from an African American female. You see it?
Yeah.
You see it now? Can you put it on the screen for the people to make sure they don't think I'm being racist here or some type of fucking prick?
Hold on, I got the images of Shalimar. That's the R&B group. Is that what I should be looking at?
You look at that. It's that guy, the top one of the 4th one over top, right, or wherever he's at. Either one of those two. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, left. Yeah, one of those two to the left. Yeah, to the right. Yeah, look at him. That look like the clone. One of the clones. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see it now, man.
Yeah, that's Shalimar. He got ass. He got ass, man.
Deep cut.
That's I did my research. You know, I mean, hey, listen, this thing might have came down to the wire, man, but bro, it was so much more I could have talked about it. But I just hope people look at the review and take it for what it is, because again, I cut it so short because even those 13 or 14 minutes are so powerful if you really go back and see everything that's being said. Because, man, I mean, and again, I want to talk more. What did you think? Did you seen it? There really was a love dynamic between Slick Charles and Yo-Yo. Like, not they're in love, but at the end of the day, when you boil it down to it, they knew each other so much. And without that, I spoke on that's how they got out of that situation. You don't remember when she was like, Slick Charles, he's cool. He always has his ring. She noticed that the clone that came at him to try to stop Nixon didn't have on rings. And so she was like, oh shit, Slick Charles been slick. And that's when he put the gun to his head with the rings on it. And my mother rings.
I didn't even catch that. That's I'll probably have to watch the review like 3 more times.
It's okay. I've watched it several times. Trust me. Listen, I want to say this. This has if you're an editor out there, first off, everybody can't be dirt and God-free, and I mean that with the humblest, most respect. But I'll just tell you guys, just keep going. I know it may seem hard sometimes, and people don't understand. Like, you're putting in this time, you got to sacrifice, but it's worth it in the end, man, because it's art. It really is, and you have to keep pushing, and it's either for you or not. But if you don't put something out there, you won't know. But David, is there anything else I mean, I'm not stopping this, but I want to know, question-wise, when you saw the review or even just the film, that you had a question about or you thought didn't the plot hole or anything?
Not that I could think of. I think your review pretty much summed it all up. I just wish what would you say if you could sum it up in one sentence? What do you think the warning is? Because I feel like that's what They Cloned Tyrone is. It's a warning.
What would the warning be? I don't think it is I wouldn't categorize it as a warning, but I would say if they are trying to make sure you do understand one thing is instead of maybe people saying woke is too much for people, so I'm gonna not remove I'm not even saying I was gonna say that, but that's probably too strong for people. I think they're saying, hey, pay attention. Like, really just slow down and pay attention, because there were people didn't notice it. I didn't even put the connection in to where it started early in the movie. There's two. First off, you did miss some things. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you watch it because only for you. I put two things in there.
The old black man outside the convenience store. I remember there.
Yes.
There was the thought that maybe he could be an old Tyrone that was that was like an old clone that is
no, but I did know my theory on him. He like a lot of people didn't touch on this. Him, Yo-Yo, and maybe a few other people weren't clones. I just felt like he had been in that community so long and he had seen everything happening. And imagine if you're not a clone, but you're sitting outside the store and you'd be like, dang, this same thing happened every day. Like, it's almost he's hiding in plain sight, but because he's not causing a mess, he's good. But
there definitely was a reason for him, because they were hitting on him like it was the liquor lottery old man.
And he even came back to him. And remember when they really needed some, come on, tell me, old man, tell me what's been going on. But my point is that a lot of things they didn't touch on was, even though they were cloning people, like Chester didn't look just like Fontaine. He was a bigger, beefier. Like, they can make their own models of people. Like, so it just be weird. Like, when you see your doppelganger and stuff like that, it's just like, is it crazy? Is it? But again, I didn't hear anybody's review touch on this, which was the first time we noticed that certain things were in control was when Yo-Yo, Fontaine, and Slick Charles go to that original trap house. On the way there, a song starts playing. He was like, man, Fontaine, change the channel. And him and Yo-Yo both yarned. So it was already showing you that And when they went in the club, spin around like the same thing. Come on, it's saying everything. They're saying no matter where you go, it's happening. Church, they took a chance. Why you think I jumped in on the? Don't forget to take your communion. Oh, did you hear it?
Yeah, it's in the music. It's in the hair dye.
Oh, I tripled down on David Allen Greer. Triple down. Did you see the triple down?
Yeah, you went from what was that, Martin?
They Cloned Tyrone to Martin to I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I
didn't listen to Jive. I didn't know what it's the same. That's his clone, man. I showed everyone's clone. Hey, Jamie, 1 in 10,000. Nobody can't touch my stuff. Nobody had that out there. I said, I know which one he is. It's 1 in 10,000. So overall, man, I don't know if I took that part out, but I want to say I give this movie an A+. A+. I mean,
are we doing grades now? Was it a 1 out of 5?
5, man.
Okay.
0.5. 5.5, man. This is timeless, man. Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say it tonight, but I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch both of them. It's no wrong answer, but I'm gonna go back and rewatch Get Out again and compare it to this again, man, because it's a lot. Man, Jamie Foxx listen, his performance. I know you didn't say you didn't like it, but dude, what he's doing with his articulation in these scenes, man, it's missed, man.
What did I say I didn't like?
I didn't say no. I'm not saying you didn't like it. I'm saying that you were saying that he's probably a editor's or a writer's nightmare because Jamie Foxx, you feel, is always improvising, which he probably is sometimes. But it's gold, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gold.
Yeah, it's yeah, the movie is awesome. My only problem with the movie is that if you get a script, then you see that all the
Oh, we
cast
got a reaction
are
from Jason. Jason say he gave me 3 emojis. I believe he's either massaging his hands or these are hand claps. He said hard, bro. I'm hoping that means he thought the review went hard. If not, our friendship is at question. Go ahead.
uh if I'm looking at a script that is predominantly black cast and it's predominantly evenings exteriors, I just wish they would have lit it a little bit better.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. And you know what I thought about doing, adding lighting to it, but I didn't do it for 2 reasons. My mind was spent. I'm being honest with you, but the other reason was because what we and you had talked about, which was it could have been lit better. And now some people say they did it because this or that. Like, no, you got to be watching the dailies. You don't always fix it in post because you shadow the performance sometimes. There's a way to light something in the dark where, sometimes you dark a person's face and then you give them that light, it adds to it. But just to have it dark and grainy and all that noise, that's not a preference. But I'm not nitpicking here, but I do agree with you on that.
Yeah, I just thought the movie was really cool. It was like it kind of reminded me like an 80s suspense sci-fi movie. It had a retro feel to it.
Yeah. It was beautiful, man. But it was retro, but it was shot modern day, and that's what's beautiful about it. And again, I didn't get a chance to go into, but J. Alphonse, he did, like I said, a really good job. It was I didn't see any overacting. I saw attention to detail, man. I saw even the reverse Dutch shots of them coming up. They even did a little Raimi. It wasn't the Raimi where they go in, but when he came up out the bed, when he came back, when he was made a clone again, they had, I don't want to call it the Raimi, but he's the one famous for doing it, like some other people. So the cinematography was good. Let me ask you this: you're a writer. What would you say? What would you give the writing?
I give it a 10 because I like it. Doesn't really it gives you more questions and it gives you answers, and it still keeps it. It's hard to do that and also keep somebody intrigued, engaged enough throughout the whole story, and then to not feel let down when it's over. That's good writing.
It really is. And it also lets me know there are a lot of people out there that we don't know about. I didn't know about Jules Taylor before this film, but I'd seen Creed 2 and Transformers. And when you do these deep dives, you get more of an appreciation for these people in the field who you think once they get something that they just got it. No, they've been putting in this time for so many years and so many things. So it was good to see that.
It is like all over the place genre wise, which I had no idea what I was getting into when I started.
Blaxploitation, sci-fi.
I don't think it's even listed as a comedy, but it's one of the funnier movies that I've seen in a while.
That scene on the elevator with them, and for Boyonga not to break character, and I even brought up his reference when I know you haven't seen Pacific Rim, but of course him going below to fight monsters, just like his dad Idris Elba did in the first one. Man, it was so many references to this thing, and it's just like, this is an all-time classic for me, instant classic. Will age with time like wine.
Okay, it's listed as a comedy, mystery, sci-fi. It's just all over the place. Like there's at least 2 of those things.
It's everything all everywhere at once, but it's its own thing. And here's the thing: I wrote this down in my review when I was writing my notes. It's unapologetically cultural, but not in your face throwing it there. It's just like, this is what happens here. Those guys at the front arguing in front of the store, but they weren't fighting. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many things that, oh man, it was beautiful. I can't say the casting was really good, and
it reminded me of The Watch. That one with Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn.
Absolutely not.
Jonah Hill.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I've seen that one. That move's okay. It's cool. This is not that.
It is four men who form a neighborhood watch group as a way to get out of their day-to-day family routines, find themselves defending the earth from an alien invasion. It's everyday people finding a bigger conspiracy happening right in the midst of their seemingly normal.
They ran into an alien. I've seen 90 million movies. They ran into an alien.
You get specific, then you can nitpick the difference.
No, even though at surface.
It's a group of normal people.
Nah, man, that was slapstick. This wasn't slapstick. This was
the genre is comedy sci-fi, same genre. You find it.
That's what they classified it as. I see movies were the first people to identify. We should bring movies for this identification thing. But no, I don't identify it as that, man. The movie's okay, Dave. It's good. It's funny. This is not that though. And I'm
not
not saying because of the cultural difference, white and
okay.
black. No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about film
I'm not
wise.
saying they're the same thing. I'm just saying that they'd be good to watch back to back. They'd be a good double feature. They're just enough in the same vein.
There's no
After
vein. They're different
after
arms, different blood types, and no, man. But no, it's okay though. I'll say this again with you. Like I said, I know you watched it. I know you're going to do the rewatch on it, but I really didn't want to. I didn't like. I did what you did with Asteroid City. I didn't watch any. I didn't watch any other people's reviews because of the fact that I want to allow them to be them, and I didn't want to be influenced
Oh.
by anybody.
Oh no, I watched everybody else's reviews.
Oh, you did the
before,
opposite.
actually.
Then I'm
Well,
sorry. You did the opposite.
I watched at least 5 or 6 reviews because I was looking for an answer that they
And
didn't
you didn't
have,
find one. You knew you were the only one meant to do it.
which is why I did the video.
Could you tell the people online, if anybody's looking, what preparation time, like how much time you put into from everything you did from first watch to edit?
No, I don't want to do that right now. Angela's sitting right here.
Oh, I don't know what that means. So I guess.
Because she knew the time that actually.
Oh no,
went
let's
into-
just say you put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, so a lot of time.
Angela, what'd you think about my review?
I'll just say this: it was an unreasonable amount of time to go into a single review. I'll probably never do it to that degree again. Angela, what did you think of his review? From what she saw, it was good. She liked the X-Files reference.
I think she left right after that. She like, it doesn't get any better than this. She walked out. She didn't even say Mulder forever. I said Mulder for.
She loves the intro.
Thank you. That took a lot of time.
How long did that part take by itself?
3 days out. But after I got off work, 3 days.
I'm gonna guess that this that edit took, it was 20 to 30 hours of editing time.
I wouldn't say that 19. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 20.
Are you talking about for the whole? Wait a minute, you talking about for the whole review?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about the entire review?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, man. No, I know at least 40, 50. I'm being honest because I
would say then that 40 to 45 of those hours took place within the last 72 hours.
A good 65, 70% took place. But remember now, the other time was again. I will say, I'll admit this. I'll be very honest. I put more time into this edit than I've ever done any edit for the show ever before because of the fact that I literally tried to do it layer by layer, and I did, and thank goodness that I did. I was more organized on this one I've been. But my thing was this: for me specifically, it is. I don't know about other people. It's hard for me. Here's the thing. Again, I told you, if somebody gives me footage or gives me some movie, I'm flowing, no problem. But when you already have, even if you've written it, and even if you downloaded the pictures and videos you want, when you are creating the art, it is formulating itself, and you have to know when people watch your stuff, it just can't go together. See, some people say they can edit or they've edited before. Yeah, I put Legos together. I put domino, I put whatever. But when you're creating art, you literally have, the symmetry has to be there or people will notice, man.
It looked good. You can definitely tell the time was put into it. When can people expect episode 2 of Rated R?
I'll be honest with you. Let me take a look. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm looking at the calendar. What is this? September 1st?
Christmas present?
No, it's going to be in September. I got 2 scripts to write. If anybody's watching, I'm going to be doing a animated short called Life Could Be So Sweet. And also be doing Now It Is Time. If you did not know, it is time for Mr. Clark to come to, we got to put him out there, man. Or Morgan Freeman.
You've been dragging his name through the mud with these.
I've been dragging the character through the mud. I don't think Morgan Freeman did anything, but that guy did, which leads me to, didn't that guy wind up in jail?
You've yet to present your case, so.
I don't have to. I will, but I will. What can we expect from you next, sir? The Gospel of who next?
Well, Wes Anderson's next movie is coming out on Netflix, so I didn't have to leave the house. So that just answered its own question for me. It's coming out in September or something, so it'll be October when I probably get that done.
I really want, before this year is out, for you to watch Goodfellas, and I'll watch a movie you want me to watch. I really want you to watch it, man. I do. I do. But before we get off of here, man, I just want to say, in all seriousness, this I was what really took me the most time with this is because I took two things. Number one, you did an amazing job with Asteroid City. If you guys, anybody listening, please go check it out. Even if you don't know who Wes Anderson is, or if you've never seen this channel before, please go take a look at it. It is an amazing watch, and it makes the film better. I'll be honest with you. If you have questions, go check it out. And number two, this was that was your film, your review is what made me take it up a notch. And also, whenever I'm doing a film about a conspiracy theories and things I'm near and dear to my heart, I'm going to put that much extra time into it because I want it to make sense to people. And hopefully, I don't care if it goes viral. I just hope the right people get to see it and it inspires them to either create their own art, whether it's editing, acting, being a parent, whatever, doing whatever you want to do in life, man. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that took a look at this and that will take a look at this. And, hey, here's looking at you.
That's a good outro. And I'll leave Tarantino with the last word.
Where have you? I didn't even know he was still here.
He was, and he posted that before he took off. He said,
"Oh yeah,
the chat. He's just complaining."
Shout out to my graphic designer Durden Garf. If you guys need anything, he did the background back there. That his own little thing on that. If you guys want to know, I heard a few people asking what was the music in the beginning. Not my song, but that was actually G14 Classified. If you guys, that was that. But yeah, man, it was
no Tarantino under that, huh? No.
Oh no, I got some Tarantino. He's on our TFT outros and things of that nature. And I just want to thank our fans for still being there for us. We went up a lot of subscribers, guys, and I feel like we get the grassroots subscribers. And one day people are going to find this show and be like, man, yeah, just a cup of coffee.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in Wes Anderson's.
The original They.
Yeah,
oh no, he was All. I am All.
He's the lead. It looks like it's
in what
in Wes Anderson's new movie that's coming to Netflix.
He's a good actor. He's good at it.
And Ben Kingsley.
Oh, I like Ben Kingsley. I definitely like Ben Kingsley, man. I definitely do. I definitely do, man. This is I don't
on a Roald Dahl book.
Damn, man. This film, man. Like let me ask you a question honestly before you get off. Are you gonna watch the review again tonight?
No, not tonight.
You just hurt me, man. You cut me deep, Shrek.
I don't do that. I don't watch my own shit. That 2 times in a row. That's
what am I then? Because I'm gonna watch it like 3 or 4 more times.
Mr. King Humble.
That's what I am, man.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it tomorrow.
No, I don't care at that point. Like
what time is the spectrum? Now all of a sudden you're Mr.
No, because it's still within a rolling 24 hours.
Is this going to post anything that has to do with time restrictions from you for the next 17 hours?
I gave it my all, man. I gave it my all.
Look good. Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
As much as I was looking forward to Olympia Black, I'm looking forward to rebutting whatever you have to say about the good man, Joe Clark, who is a real person, by the way, a real person that exists in the real world.
Let me tell you something. Real crimes were committed.
He's
for you to vigorously defend Kevin Spacey, which is also available on our channel, Devil's Advocate. For you to vigorously defend him, and then all of it, you want to trot freaking the real Joe Clark out there like he's some saint. You got some nerve.
I'm a public defender.
No, man. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, hey, do it. Don't forget to check out Emma Everywhere. That's coming. We got the LOL Lights Camera we have a lot of stuff going on, and we like to really shout out to our Sunny Fit crew. I want to shout out Rick Boyce and Tarantino Jones. Thank you guys. Look forward to more from that. Dave, what'd you just do to me?
Sorry, just getting that queued up for the ending.
Wow, I look very not. Oh my! Look at Mr. Ed. I like a Mr. Ed. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this by saying thank everyone. Temetnos, that's Latin, and hey, Dave, say cheese.
Cheese.
Check out the review.
Here's a story, and it may seem crazy, but believe me, this is true, boys and girls. They gave us Happy Meals. But deep down under, this is one sad world. Here's a story that's just as crazy. They've been controlling our minds all along with one program or another. It's the Twilight Zone. Now, some may say I'm just some crazy fella, and my opinions are nothing more than a hush. Okay, they're enough. Let's get it on. Let's find out why did they clone Tyrone? They cloned Tyrone. They cloned Tyrone. So today we find out why they cloned Tyrone. Yeah! They cloned Tyrone.